Okay, so in this math lab, we're going to need to open up Desmos graphing calculator either on the laptop or if you want to use the app on the phone, that's fine. And if you have an account, it's a good idea to log into Desmos so that you can save your progress if you get interrupted and need to resume. So first thing we want to do is in step 1, enter the left side of the equation in line 1. And so that is going to be the sine squared of x. That's my left side. And on the right side, we're going to put that into line 2. So 1 minus cosine squared x. Okay, and that's line 2. So in Desmos, if you click the little circle here, that turns the graph on and off. And if you make them different colors, right, then you can tell by toggling where the different things are. You can also adjust your scale by going to this toolbar, and you can change your scale here. Let's get rid of the minor grid lines, and we can change this to negative 2 pi, and then we'll make the x maximum 2 pi, and we'll step by increments of pi over 2. Okay, then we'll make our y-axis go from, let's do negative 5 to positive 5 in steps of 1. And now when we look at the changes, we can see that the red and the blue coincide on this graph, and that means that those are identities. So I can use my snipping tool here, just grab a picture of this graph, we'll copy that, and then we'll paste it into the answer question. And the question A asks, based on the graph, does sine squared x equal 1 minus cosine squared x? Does it have no solutions, some solutions, or all solutions in common? And we can see because they coincide, because the graphs coincide, all solutions are in common. Okay, no solutions would be if the graphs did not intersect at all, and some solutions would be if the graphs intersected in just a few places, but they didn't completely coincide. Okay, then question B asks, is sine squared x equals 1 minus cosine squared x an identity? How do you know? So to be an identity, all solutions would have to be in common. So yes, this is an identity, because all solutions are in common. Okay, so if you want to go ahead and try the next one, pause the video and then come back to it and take a look at your answer, see how you did. So I'll go ahead and type these in then. The sine of x divided by 5 on the left. Then in line 2, we'll do the sine of x divided by 10 plus 9 sine squared of x. Okay, and we may need to zoom in here to see a little better that they are intersecting here at the origin, but they do not have all of their points in common, just some of them. So if I grab my snipping tool, then I can copy, and we'll space this down a little bit. Paste that in there, and we'll say this is true for only some x values, not all. Therefore, or it is not an identity. And that'll take care of our answers to D and E then. And since we're doing it on Desmos on the computer, we won't need to sketch the graph by hand. We can just copy and paste over the screenshots. So when you go to continue with the examples here on the back, 1 through 10, feel free to just delete the graphs there. If you're not printing it, you can copy and paste from Desmos right into this quick sketch of the graph area, and then just indicate, is it sometimes, always, never true, and then is it or is not an identity. I hope that helps you get started.